What is projection and why do people project onto others?
There seems to me that there are different ways that I can learn and understand what I need to understand. One way, the best way, is I sit in awakeness and a truth will fly by. And if I'm really awake and honest and willing to see, then I get that truth about the way I'm being about something at the purest level, and it shifts my behavior because I get it ontologically right at the very level of being. Then it might come round, if I don't get it that fast, it'll come round again as maybe some thoughts, but I'll still be in denial maybe, and I won't accept it. Then, if I still don't get it, it'll come as drama in my, or it might come first as dream. And then if I still don't get it in the dream, it comes as drama in my life. And that could be said to be a projection of what is going on inside has been projected out. Of course, drama is much slower and can be more painful and creates other causes and effects that kind of continue on. But also with, for example, what's very common is the confusion between projection and love. Love is a default feeling between all human beings. And if you put two human beings in a room, they will go through a multi-level dance to find, if you've got two human beings, put them in a room for 10 hours across a table, you'd find them going through all this, and speeded the film up, you'd find them going through all this different body language stuff until their body language started to match and be symmetrical. And then the stage beyond that is their breathing would start to, they'd start to harmonize their breathing together. And as they're, completely unknowingly, and as their breathing did harmonize, then their hearts would automatically naturally open, and what would appear to be two would become into a oneness of feeling. And then there might be a point where everything just stopped, and there it was, that beautiful, simple, quiet love. Projection, on the other hand, which people confuse for love often, is when, if I'm a man and I'm doing it, a female who somehow embodies the ideal of my own inner feminine. And so when I see her, it's almost immediate. Something just pops straight out. And if you slowed the movie right down, you'd see this thing, a recognition that this person somehow energetically or physically or in some other way fulfills my ideal. And then out it pops, and I project that onto the female. She might see me the same way, and then we have a mutual double projection going on, or she might not. So then when you project out, the symptoms are, when you're with that person who you projected upon, you feel like really empowered, because actually what you're seeing is you're objectifying your own inner feminine, your own inner, the thing that you hadn't been able to access within and accept. You're now seeing it in front of you, and you're energizing with it, you're learning from it, you're decoding it, you're absorbing it. Incredibly exciting. And then when it walks off, because you've put it on that female person, if you're a man, or not necessarily, but generally, and it walks off, then there's a tremendous down. Oh my God, I feel really low. I feel like I've lost something. And you have. They walked off with your anima. And it works the same way round for men, from women to men. So this up and down oscillating thing, oh, I can't eat, I love him so much. This is more really this is more like projection. And love is something that we can build. And if we have a good harmonic in the beginning, that's great, and then we can build on that and make love real. A lot of people go through a great deal of misery from projecting upon each other. When you get two people projecting on each other, it's very, very powerful and very volatile, and leads to, bitter disappointment often, because you realize eventually that the one you're projecting on isn't who you thought they were, because you finally see through the projection and they get that about you, and then their expectations aren't met because that person never was able to do that. They never were how you saw them. Who you're being that somebody is gives you how you get them. Who you're being that somebody is gives you how you get them. So in a projection situation, who you're being is that they are your projection, and that's how you get them. They actually turn up to you like that. But from their side, they're a bit baffled. They like the attention, they can feel the energy, but they wonder if there's really a connection. And so those relationships are signified in the tarot as the devil card, because they're subconsciously bonded. It's not actually, people aren't often aware that the nature of the relationship is a projection. But its positive aspect is, after a projection situation, you feel that you've understood what it was you projected out. Like I personally projected onto somebody who didn't project back. I wasn't their ideal, but they were my ideal. And I was led a merry dance. But in the end, I saw it, the feminine that I project out onto this person, I realized my own feminine nature to a very incredible level. And although it was painful, because I was getting it as unrequited love, the actual journey was very healing and empowering. But that person, later I realized that who I thought they weren't anything like that. So it can be very deceiving. Basically, as everything is empty, all people, all situations are empty, how we get them is given by what we project out them onto them to be. So you could also say that the entire drama of your life is a projection with a teaching. What you can't see within, you project out so you can objectify it and have some understanding.